unexpected scaredness. So Sunday afternoon now, done all my jobs, sat around, this, that and the other, Father's Day, open my gifts. So I'm now gonna put in my second FMG formalin and malachite green treatment now. There's still been the odd bit of flashing every now and again, and the fish are looking a huge amount better than they were, ridiculously better. So I'm just going to mop up any Costia stragglers now, put this treatment in, and then that'll be done hopefully. Yeah, they went off their food for a couple of days and just was a bit, weren't too excited as they normally are when you walk up to the pond. They weren't really bothered about anything. Went till sort of Wednesday, Thursday, then returned to a bit more normal, looking for a bit of food, and then end of the week, start of the weekend, they were pretty much over it all. But I'm going to hit them again. Just want to make sure I've nailed the Costia. So hopefully a second treatment will do that. I haven't scraped them again, I'm just literally going to do another treatment and then banish the Costia. So water's still looking pretty good, but I have noticed now I've got the nets here, you can see, well, hopefully you can on the camera, I've got some horrible string algae stuff, look at that. So next weekend I'm going to then do, so well, you can see some of it down the drain actually, I'm going to then do a weed algae treatment thing, so I need to get rid of this stuff. Doesn't help, this portion of the pond, this sort of quarter here, is always in some kind of light because the sun comes over this way and that way of the pond, so this part has always got some kind of light in it. And looking down, some of it's quite long. I know I've been banging on a couple of weeks about getting a treatment in and just haven't, so I need to sort that. But I don't want to put the FMG in and then do the blanket weed treatment as well. I don't want to do that at the same time. So as I say, FMG in today, another full dose of whatever it is, and then next weekend I'll have a bash at getting rid of some of this. Well, I'll put a weed treatment in and then I'll probably try and get a bit of this off that's on the sides that I can reach. So in here, I noticed earlier, it's about maybe an inch thick. So yeah, completely the wrong kind of time to be having parasites, because I really could have done with treating for the weed last weekend, but hey ho. You can see some of it on the floor, look, and there's a bit of it round the drain there. Joys. Anyway, as I say, but everything else is ticking over alright at the minute. It's just this second lot of FMG now today. I'm going to dig out as well me spare lagging in the loft of the garage, and then start lagging some pipes. I need to start doing, again, I don't want to put that off until the weather starts getting cold and horrible. I need to be doing that now really. So I'll use what I've got on some of the exposed pipes, and then I'll order up some odd more bits what I'm going to need to. I've got the 3-inch bit of skimmer pipe work on the back wall there, and obviously I haven't even sorted the lid of that out. It's just one of those things. Anyway, right, so I'm going to go and get my FMG mixed up, or poured out and measured, and then put that in and then upset the fish. But there we go, not a lot we can do about that. Right, catch you later. getting excited. I don't know why. Just going to do my second formalin malachite green treatment now. It's been 7 days since I did the last lot. I haven't re-scraped, I've just decided I'm going to do another one. Just to mop up any straggler Costia that may be somewhere in the system. Right, get this in. So I'm going to put the formalin in first, and then 20 minutes, half hour later, I'm going to put the malachite green in. I don't really want to pour it right where the fish are. That's the first bit done. Still got my nets in as well. Just going to leave them in. Worthy point about Costia actually, it can resist drying out. So if you got it on a net, or you pass some Costia onto the net from a fish, it can resist drying out. So it can you dry your net and put it away, and then when you come back and use your net again, potentially could be just reintroducing Costia to the pond. So it is defo worth treating your nets when you're treating your pond and fish. So hopefully any that are on that you've nailed as well, because you don't want to put it back in. Right, so I'll leave it a bit and then I'll put the malachite green in. So while I'm waiting some time after putting my formalin in, I go into the garage. You can laugh at me. I'm going to get the rest of the lagging that I've got in there out. And the reason you're going to laugh at me is because, well, as you know, built an office in part of the garage. We've actually got a bit of loft storage space up here, but the new office took part of the gap to get up in the roof, and I've covered that over with ceiling in the office, which only leaves me, here we go, that much space to get up. Now I've got an absolutely mammoth blue bowl up there. I don't even know if I'm ever going to get that out. So it's going to be quite fun. It's going to be interesting getting up there. And as I say, getting that blue bowl down at some point if I need it is probably not good. I might have a wiggle now and see if I can get it out, but I don't even know how big it is. I think it might be an 80cm across bowl or a metre maybe. I've had it for a long time. Now, I got it cheap off someone that was closing their pond down, a friend of mine, a few years back. But it's a massive bowl. Needs a lot of water when you want to put some in it, so I just sort of chucked it out, and it's huge, so I just put it out of the way. So yeah, it might end up having to be living up there forever, or I'll have to cut it in half to get it out. I don't know yet. So I might see if I can get it out, and you can laugh at me if I can't. But I've definitely got up there some of the old pipe lagging that I used last year, year before, and everything. So I'm going to go up there and see if I can find that now. Probably get stuck up there, and yeah, get down. Anyway, here we go. Oh dear. Doesn't quite fit. Don't know if there's a bit more space through one of these other ones up here. But anyway, it doesn't fit through the gap that I need to get through. I don't know why I didn't take it down when I put the ceiling on next door. Why didn't I do that? That pretty much sums up every project I ever do. No forward thinking. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get it down now, just for the fact of to get it down. I love a wiggle. You never know. Yeah, boy. Got it out. Easy. It's as if I made the space. So unbelievably, it doesn't fit in between there and there because of this stud wall, but it fits in between this one and that one. Unbelievable. Lucky, so I can wedge it back up there at least. But I needed to show that I got it down. Otherwise I don't think anyone would believe me that I said I got it out. So I got my pipe bag in as well. There's not as much left as I thought. Have a got look how much is in there. A few bits. Got this size, and that is printed on what size they are. Whatever that is. Some thicker ones. This is more like 2 inch. I think that's 1 inch actually. So I've got 2 6-foot bits of 2 inch, so hardly any. So I probably need to order enough and keep this a spare still. Oh, right, anyway, got there in the end. Mission. And there we go. Malachite greens in. Fish absolutely capped themselves when I was over here. So no doubt go back to being unhappy for a couple of days again like I did last week, but means to an end. So they were moody for 2-3 days, and then sort of day 4 they put right back up. Day 5 as if nothing had happened. So turn me trickling off as well. I'll only top up as it's dropping down more than it needs where I want it, rather than just leaving it on. Right, bye fish, see you again soon. Right, that's me done for today. Catch you later. I'm going to quickly check on the fish before bed. Don't even know if you can see me. Okay, yeah, they're alright. Bit different to last time when first lot of treatment went in. They were, as I said earlier, a bit moody for a couple of days. So, although the Shiro's over there on its own, well, that's good. Anyway, good night, friends. See you in the morning. Good night to you people too. It's bedtime for me. Got to be up early for work. Anyway, catch you later. Afternoon. Welcome to summer. So, not a lot been going on at Koi Diary Towers this week. Obviously I put the treatment in for the Costia, formalin and malachite green. The fish actually are looking really good now. They're not bothered by the treatment. They, again, like the first time I did it last week, they did sulk a bit, but not quite as many days this time. It was only 1 day where they were a little bit moody, and then after that they actually picked up a bit. I think it's helped with the temperatures being hot, because all they want to do now is eat. But trying to resist with absolutely piling the food in. I don't know what the water is. It's got to be around about 22 degrees. I mean, the air temps today 28, 29. Too hot. So I'm going to get the nets out of the pond, and got a couple of little projects for next week which we'll talk about in a minute. And I bought myself a little polarising lens in the GoPro. I'm going to put that on, and I'll turn the air off actually, and have Let's have a look at the fish for a minute through the polarising lens. Hopefully it'll make it a bit clearer to see him. Right, I'll turn the air off and let's have a look. So I'm going to get my nets out of the pond now, like I said. I am going to wait because, as you know, I'm going to do a live stream on Sunday. So I'll wait to put me blanket weed string algae treatment in. I'll do that Monday, just so that it doesn't ruin the view on Sunday when I'm piling the food in. But it is quite, it's longer than I would have liked, as you can probably see. But it's not ridiculous, but it is way too long, so I need to sort it. And I haven't looked at it yet actually, but I did take some underwater footage the other day, because I can see some of the string algae stuff going into the drain, so I need to act soonish on that. Hence I'm going to be doing it Monday after work, so I don't want that blocking. Other than that, not a lot going on this week. Work. I'm just keeping an eye on these guys after the formalin treatment, really. Still a little bit veiny, but I don't know what that is. I mean, the filter, I haven't actually checked the water parameters, but the filters might have taken a slight knock because of the treatment. But there's definitely no flashing now. I watched them from my secret spot in the house, watching out of the pond. There was no flashing and stuff. Again, it's still been a little bit of chasing. And in fact, because the net's been here, and the koi sock is here, there's been a little bit of shenanigans over here, this side of the pond. So I don't know whether they have tried to have a bit of the spawning again. And I had a bit of foam for a few days, but that all disappeared. But all in all, they're through the treatment, so I can now start upping my food quantity. I'm still nowhere nearer to getting an auto feeder. It's not really been on top of my list at the minute, and in fact I've probably got a new fish coming, but we'll talk about that a bit nearer the time. I might do a separate video on that actually. Just a quick chat about second-hand koi, as it were. So yeah, not a massive amount going on, as I say, but everyone's got through the treatment and looks reasonably happy. Now, I have got, as I said, a couple of projects on the go next week, or this weekend, next week, depending on time. So I've got this. Let's get it out one-handed. It's an external thermostat. Got a couple more bits to pick up for it from a heat pump. I obviously need some, this is the actual probe, so I need some wire to make this longer because that needs to go in the pond. I need a case to put that in and some 5-core to wire it all up. So I want to put that somewhere over here, because the current controller, I can't really see it unless I stand up to look over the top. So it would be nice just to have that more visible. So that's project 1. Project 2, like I've been talking about forever, is insulating the pipework. I did have a delivery yesterday of all the insulation. There we go. Some of that. One of these. Yeah, there we go. There's some good stuff. This is 3" in diameter. I don't know what it's made of. Squishy. It's like neoprene, feels like. And this is the 2" stuff, I think. 54 mil. Oh, that's not it, is it? 54 mil. on this one. 76mm. So I got it from that company, JTM Supplies, and six or 7 quid for 2 metre length. But should be enough to do, and I've got some tape here because I don't know whether that's going to be UV resistant, so I'm going to put some of that tape stuff on it just to make sure it's sealed up. So don't know when I'm doing that, but next week probably, maybe this weekend, who knows. Got a few bits on this weekend, so probably not, but it's just going to be another one of those on the list jobs. Add it to the list. Right, I'm going to chuck this stuff in there, not forget about it, get it sorted next week. Got to get it sorted. It's done then, isn't it? I'll be running around at winter trying to get it all done. No, I need to do it now while the weather's nice. Right, anyway, catch you later. Did have all of that stuff delivered yesterday, which you've just seen, so I'm going to get that on as well at some point. We'll do it sooner rather than later. Let's take that off. I'm not going to leave it till winter to do it because I'll be chuntering and moaning, won't I, about it. So I'm going to get that on. Probably start to do it this weekend. Hopefully I've got enough. I've ordered, as you saw, some 3-inch stuff and some 50mm stuff, so I should be able to do all of the exposed pipe work. And I'm still no nearer, don't laugh, so I just need to go and get the tongue and groove to do that back lid over there. I'm absolutely rubbish, but I've only got one speed. It's medium speed. It's not rapid, it's not slow, it's just, you know, plodding along. But while I've got the thermometer thing to sort out the external thermostat and the pipe lagging, I'm going to do that. I do need, the trouble is, shops, I've had a look on B&Q, they were out of stock. I popped into my local home base, all their external tongue and groove sold out, and then I asked someone when they're getting it back in and they said they don't know. So ridiculous. And B&Q's a little bit further afield, and it's like a 50-mile queue to get in there. So not bothering with that just yet. So I have been looking online, but I don't need a lot, so getting it and delivering all that rubbish is a bit silly, so I'd rather just go and pick it up, so getting it delivered. But yeah, so basically that's where we're at with this. Not a lot really this week to report. I'll put this newfangled lens on, if it's making a difference, I don't know. Yeah, not a lot to report. Good to see temps are like finally summer kind of numbers. Obviously the heat pump has not been on at all. As I say, the water temperature is more than warm at the minute. Right, that's it for the time being. In fact, that's going to be it for this video. What am I talking about? That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, which will be Sunday the 20 something, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, live chat. If you go to my community page above here somewhere, any questions that you want to ask, if you can type them in, you can put them in there. I'm going to print these out and go through all of them, definitely. Because if there's a few people on and there's quite a few people asking questions and chatting down the chat on the side, it's hard to keep up because I'll be doing it on my phone. Stuff will be whizzing through, so if there's something you do want to ask, get it on the community tab. Otherwise, I'll try and answer as many questions or queries or things that people are asking when we're out and about Sunday night. That's it really. As I say, that's it for this week. Not a huge amount going on. A few little bits to do next week, which I've been banging on about for months. So I'll see you Sunday night. Thanks for watching this week. Thumbs up would be much appreciated, even though there's not been a lot going on, but I still like it if you give me a thumb. And then I'll be chatting to you all in real time Sunday night. So look forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. Great. And then I'll see you next week. So thanks for watching and see you next Saturday. Bye.